Hello, everyone. Michael Koff here with Ghost Ship Hunters 360, Team 360, Sirens of the Expanses, Misfits Paranormal. I am coming to you to share with you some experiences I had while investigating the Old Nazareth Hospital in Mineral Wells. One of the last times I was in there before it unfortunately closed, I saw an apparition of, I believe to be a woman in a white lab coat. She was running towards the door in a hurry, and we had a guest investigator that night, Kristen Lumen from Ghost Hunters, and I did not want to interrupt her, but as she was doing one of her presentations, I saw the spirit of the apparition run by, and I was trying to figure out, do I stop this person from coming in and disturbing everything, or do I just wait and see if the person just is going to another room? Because we were in the newly opened oven area near the crematorium. Now, when I look back and took a deep breath, I realized there was no way I could have seen this apparition or person running because the windows were blocked and they never came into the room. So that's when I determined, yes, it was an apparition that I saw, most likely a residual haunting, because it was the first and only time I seen it there. And in the Nazareth, I have been growled at in the basement. I have experienced my name being called digitally, like a computer. I have experienced someone being tripped right next to me. I also have experienced a cabinet upper door moving open and open and closed at various times and at various speeds. And yes, there was a broken window in there. However, there were 3 books open on the counter, and when the door would move, I would notice the books didn't move, and the books would move 1 page, 3 pages up, 2 pages up, but they would never flip all the way over. So I then noted next to the upper cabinets was another upper cabinet with a door slightly open, ajar, you could say, and it did not move at all. And so, if it was wind, I personally believe it would have moved both doors and it would have flipped the pages left to right, but we were seeing the pages lifting up right to left. So that was interesting to remember and note. I have also experienced with Mustafa Galatori from Ghost Hunters when he came and was a guest investigator. We were on one of the floors, I believe the third or fifth, and we could hear clawing sounds from behind a room that was completely blocked off. And we were getting responses on his equipment, and we could hear something but couldn't really make it out. Now, I have also witnessed REM pods going off randomly, seeing shadows there. And so this is one location that unfortunately is closed now. And so hopefully someday it'll reopen because it is worth investigating. However, I do not condone investigating any locations that are closed to the public. I always believe in getting permission and being respectful to the people who own the property. And I hope to one day go back to the Old Nazareth and get to investigate there some more. Alright, I have included on the back of this video, I'm going to include some photos from the Old Nazareth, and if I can find the video of the door moving, I will try and add that as well. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, if you like this video, click the like button and subscribe to follow along on all my adventures. See you all in the next one. Dirty South Paranormal, this is Michael checking in with you. We are on the 5th floor of the Nazareth, and I'm putting my regular light on because, as you can check out, there's no wind right now, but this door is moving. And I'm going to pan over here because I'm with Kiki, Shad, and Melly. And we've been noticing some odd footprints on the floor as well. And you will notice this cabinet.
All right, we need that cabinet closed, please, for everyone's safety.
And so, as you can see, this one's not moving. I'm going to try my best to get both doors in the same frame. It's a little tricky, but for those of you joining in, we are at the Nazareth. It's 2:20 a.m. We got done celebrating New Year's, and we're watching this door, and these book pages randomly start shifting, and we're starting to hear noises in the hallways.
There's something on the ceiling. Do you see this?
Yeah, it's kind of that right up here in this corner.
Okay.
There's something kind of map right here on this corner. Like it's holding on to the corner, trying to climb across the roof. It looks like a dog form, not a human form. It's on all.
Hey, Maria Klotch, what do you think you saw behind the door? Which, are you talking about the door that's swinging?
There's two, Chad, look.
There are two things on the roof now.
Or like right by that hole.
One right by this hole, but one literally like above you.
Above me?
Above you.
Yeah, I love you. Can you touch my hand?
You're not even close. It's all the way on the ceiling.
Alright, I'm going to stop watching the doors for a second, because there's, on the SLS, they're saying there's something here above Melly, and one over in the corner. It could be my headlamp.
No, it's over here, not over there.
I was meaning could have interfered with seeing it because I looked over there.
Actually, I can see your headlamp. That's a car key.
I think it's magnetic. I don't know. I think it's magnetic. Those lights.
Yeah, that is magnetic car. It's trying to map that
Can you move that cabinet door again? Because you've been super awesome doing that.
That's actually above it.
Do you see? And when I do this, it's like right, it's closer to the shelf right here. Because here's the shelf.
So it's like right
It's a
Man, I can see my breath now.
Yeah.
But it could be this.
Can you close the cabinet?
No, it's not. Look.
Yeah. No, that's that other one is definitely something. That one's something. And it looks like it's trying to be avoided being
Detected.
right. It's like hugging the wall. So you guys know what it's doing. It's somewhere over here, but it's like hugging the wall and trying to go around the corners. Every time.
Okay, can you slam that shut?
Okay, sorry,
Not
folks.
expecting that.
Matthew was calling, so I missed it. Can you please call him
I
on Messenger?
Like, what's happening with Matt? What's happening with Matt?
You got a walkie-talkie.
He keeps calling me on Messenger, and it's shutting off the live feed.
Okay. I knew it because she just tried to call me.
Like, it's up there.
So, can you please move the door again?
Thank you.
Hello, cousin.
Okay. Can you close it?
Happy New Year, cuz. We are checking out this cabinet door that there's no wind and only one of them is moving.
Can you close it if you want us to leave? We will leave if you close that door. Slam it shut. I don't care. Close it. Come on. Close it.
Man, pages are moving and there is no wind right now.
Seriously, I can't feel my feet. Close the door. Close it. Door.
Tell you what, I'll fill up every one of these shelves with bottles if you'll throw one off of it. I will stock it.
Hello, Jennifer, Rebecca. Thanks, cousin. My cousin wishes everybody a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
It's actually warmer over here.
It's like still up there.
I'm going to step over and I'm going to try not to block the IR camera and see if I can get a better view of the door that's moving.
Can you make this EMF go off? Can you make it light up?
Oh, it's
All you
starting.
gotta do is get close to it.
I don't know if you guys can see, but the door is starting to shake a little bit. They're going to move it shortly.
There's a key in that door and I need it. Can you shut it and lock it, please? I need that key back.
It's gone.
Don't leave.
Can you please move the door again? You were doing super great with it earlier. We thank you for moving it.
I was just gonna say, hold it up there. Put it on that shelf, maybe.
Okay, I just felt a short little breeze. And the door doesn't move. Oh, now the door's moving.
It's open. I need something in there. Can you open it for me?
I'm gonna try and move to see if you guys can see.
What the hell? I just heard your name.
Where?
Right here.
Right there?
Yeah, and it sounded kind of like, almost like if it was computer generated, like Michael.
Ask anybody on the line if they heard
Yeah.
anything.
Because I legit just said, okay, it's Mavin, Chaps, Mavin, Michael.
No, it was my like it was like the Matrix sound.
Like a digital.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, here's a challenge for you guys that are watching our live. See if you can go back, replay it, and hear it calling out my name. Unfortunately, I am not in a position to where I can replay it right now.
Did you just say his name?
What was that?
That came from over there.
What the hell was that?
That
That
sounded
was
like
like
it was...
over where you're at. What?
Told you, I thought I
Did I just
saw.
hear whispering?
Yeah.
Is there somebody in this room with us?
Hey Jennifer, you're right. The paper is randomly moving. We've been noticing that as well. And it seems like the paper moves and then the door moves.
Give me a message. Drive.
Whoa.
No, nobody's driving right now.
Shannon might
What
be.
else can you tell me? Oh, yeah, that's true. You talking about Shannon? Can you touch one of us?
Okay, admittedly, I did feel a breeze.
What the fuck was that?
Holy crap.
What in the hell was that?
That was a door, and I don't know which one.
Oh my god.
You okay?
Okay. We
Which
are in the hallway checking out. We just heard the door slam. And the only door that's looking like it may have slammed is that one.
We were standing in that
Are you
room.
okay? Did you hit it right here?
I think,
You got scared?
And to be totally...
I think it was this one. Because
Oh my god, that was fucking loud.
we were standing like this,
and we hear,
in front of him in this room. And he goes, kadoom, and we were like, oh.
That was fucking loud as fuck. I've never heard it do that.
I'm going to do a quick...
I ding button shit
I mean,
slammed
there's
open.
no way that.
Oop. I'm going to do a quick check down here to see if any of these doors... That door's still open. There's no door here. Shit. Okay, sorry about the language. Those doors are all open. That door is open.
Let's take some pictures.
Okay, I just felt something pluck my shirt, like a drop of water just hit it, and I got a coat on.
Alright, hold still.
Okay, Navi, you two.
There is nothing above you to drip. There's no drip mark, no watermark. I don't believe it was water.
Hey, cousin, you got a good point. We all thought it was a door slam, and she said it sounded like someone punched a wall.
Punched a wall?
Punched?
Alright, well,
Let me see the walkie-talkie.
you'd have to punch the
So
shit out of it.
How do you do it?
No, you'd have to punch the shit out of that wall.
Oh, yeah, but... Okay, there is something freaking cold on my back.
Matthew.
Hey, right here on my back, it feels like there's something ice cold against my back.
We heard that door slam really hard.
Of
I
course.
just put a new battery in this.
Of course it did.
What?
My camera just died.
Did you see anything on the TVs?
It's matching both of you.
Full battery. Why did my
Chad,
camera
It
just
kind
shut
of looks like you're doing
Okay,
really
we're getting a
good.
ton of activity up here.
Wait a
Do
minute.
it, Jake.
Hold on. Shh.
Yeah, we already know. She tried to call me.
Yeah, I spoke to her. She said they were saying their goodbye. Someone was going to share it right back.
What the hell?
Okay, I didn't fully lock the door. I just put
Hold
the
on.
latch on. Alright, over now.
Did y'all hear that? Sounds like there's a well.
It's not coming from the elevator shaft.
It's coming from over here.
Scared the hell out of me. Sounds like it's just pouring buckets in here.
Holy shit. Pardon my language again, guys, but this is massively pouring water in from over here, so you know, oh, I just thought about something.
What?
You said my name sounded like a digital computer? There's all those computer languaging books at that desk. Oh.
That's right. Hey, you know what? Hey, we should try and do an EVP up there for real.
Hey, Jimmy.
Big houses in here.
Thank you for joining us in East Texas.
He said there's a bunch of orbs in here.
We're going to go check out a room with orbs right now.
Ask him what he sees now. What do you see now in here? Something said Michael's name in that room, back room back there in a digital voice. It came out of the wall where that weird cross is.
Just so you know, guys, there's a lot of water flow sounding because it's snowing here.
He said there's a big orb. I think we should do it.
Ooh.
Oh, where Michael
Where
is.
Michael is. Big
Are you in this room with us right now?
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that.
What?
The
The
EMS.
K2,
Like
yeah.
K2.
I'll have to, which is not.
Can you make it light up more again, please? Yeah.
Hey, Jennifer, we are actually feeling like something is here too, so that's great confirmation. And this K2's going off. She says she's picking up a middle-aged male presence.
Are you a male?
That would totally make sense too if it was the sound of a punching the wall.
Did you punch the wall earlier? Did you slam the door?
I'm going to do a brief real quick, guys.
Hey, cuz we were surprised to see the sleet and snow too. We're jelly too that we get to experience it.
Alright, ready? Is there anybody in this room that wants to communicate?
I'm mapping something at Michael's feet.
My feet are ice cold right
Just
now.
hitting it.
How many spirits are in this room right now? What is your name? Why are you stuck here?
Anybody else hearing that in the hall?
I just hear water.
You know, when we first did our walkthrough earlier, my first run, so to speak, I felt like I kept hearing the chanting.
Really?
Can you come through
I
my
don't know
phone
if
and
that's what
say
you're hearing
something?
now, but that's what I heard earlier.
It was kind of like feet shuffling, so it could be a dance to the chant. Hey, Jennifer, that's really cool. Let us know if you're picking anything else up.
Is she, like clairvoyant?
Yeah.
What is she picking up?
It's the mail present.
How many spirits are in this room right now? What is your name? Why are you stuck
Who
here?
just said what?
I did.
Okay.
Oh. Even I was feeling a little off on that one, going, I just turned. Did I, my shoe make that sound?
Alright. I can't do it in here.
It's mapping you, Michael, and it's mapping something at your feet.
Did this room used to be an operating room?
I can totally vouch that something's at my feet because they're ice cold and now my knee is starting to feel off.
Did you die in this room?
I'm gonna try and take a look at my feet, see what's going on.
Are you messing with Michael?
You got cobwebs going across my ear.
Dude, the K2 was going off too.
You're mapping as just a blue dot, but he's
What was
got
that?
a stick figure, and he's got a stick figure at his feet.
Yes.
Who, Chad?
Yeah, as he did that, I seen an orb going upward, like as soon as he did that.
Yeah, and the K2
It just
is
went
going
red.
crazy right now.
Did you just touch me?
God, it's like I can't move
Michael
my
says he
feet.
feels something on his leg too.
I can't move my feet.
Are you like
They're-
paralyzed?
I can move the rest of my body. I just, something's
Okay, for
holding my
sure. We
feet.
haven't been there yet. That's cool.
Something's holding my feet.
Do you have a message you want to tell us?
Is it still at my feet?
I'm trying to pull it up. Hold on.
I tried to do an EVP up here, but the water dripping in the other room is too loud, so I'll have to do it in that other back room.
Michael, you're on the right. Something
Hold
on
on.
the left, and that blue dot is chat. That is what I'm seeing.
Hold on. Let's see if I can. Okay. Oh, Melly, you just got your head right in the frame.
Sorry.
And Facebook world?
Are you still
Me
alive?
too?
I am live.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Okay, now it's mapping something on Chad and something at your feet, and it's not even mapping you. Did you feel something?
Yeah.
That is really weird. It looks like an arrow pointing at one of
I
us
just felt something on his
on
ear
your
again.
phone
That,
and like a really long leg.
Energy.
It feels like cobwebs.
Energy.
that's a screenshot of what I'm showing on SLS. It's not even mapping you at the moment. It's mapping something at your feet, and it's mapping Chad.
That is wild.
You're not using Chad, are you?
Nope.
Are you using our energy? Go ahead.
Okay.
Do what you gotta do.
I can't feel my feet. Somebody feel me. Chad, I can't feel my feet.
Ah. I did not know that. Sorry, I just had a moment, aha. When I slid my thumb across the screen by mistake, the chat disappeared. And I was like, what? And then I my thumb to the left and it just reappeared.
I'm getting emotional.
Uh-oh.
Sad. I was about to start crying.
Oh,
Why?
it's a spirit.
Dude, this was
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Well, it quit mapping you. It turned into a freaking jitterbug and then disappeared.
It says thirsty.
I can move my feet now.
I'm crying. What the hell?
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm totally.
I've been
I'm
like that
in
at
full tears.
I can see them.
What in the hell?
The K2 just went red.
Are you trying to show me your last experience? What are you
Trying to
doing?
make Chad cry. He's getting emotional.
I was just about to ask if he's okay.
He's okay. He just got pretty much bum rushed with
That
a
was
bunch
cool.
of emotions, and he started crying.
Okay, hey, Jennifer
And this K2 is going crazy. right now.
is saying she's getting the name Wyatt or Wayne.
Yeah.
There's some way you can go back and rewind this tape. You should definitely record it.
I'm rolling on my hat. I've got a DVD on my hat.
Go by.
It's going
He's
nuts.
got the recorder on his head going.
Chad, it's because you're Native American.
He records the string here. You can literally see the orb go by his ear.
Does the
Yeah,
name Wyatt or Wayne mean anything?
My sister's husband's name's Wyatt.
Oh my god, it is. Wyatt.
Oh man, that's kind of trippy with what we were talking about earlier.
I don't say shit like that.
That's why I was saying like,
Can you see
ooh.
the K2 meter on the chair going crazy?
But Wyatt's dad was just in the hospital.
Michael and Chad are the ones getting affected up here.
I can't stop crying.
Hey,
Whatever spirit's doing this, it is absolutely okay.
Hey.
Please know that I
it
don't
says
think
hey.
this is...
Oh, hey
bad.
10.
It says what?
What?
Hey,
Hey 10.
Hey 10.
Oh, Jesus
Holy
God, I thought you were about to say something else.
Chad.
Scared the shit out of me.
10, T-E-N?
Yeah,
Not TED?
no, not.
T-E-N, like the number 10. Okay, I'm sitting. I gotta sit.
That's going to hit a little close to home if that thing says Ted or Edward.
Hey Jennifer, just curious, are
Okay, he's just overwhelmed.
you getting anything else around the names?
Thank you for the experiencing you're giving me right now. It is not discomforting at all, even though it's sad. I honor it.
Spread your arms out to your side. Okay, just checking. It's mapping.
Adam,
something
yes.
Hey
Adam,
Devon,
yes.
we are feeling
Adam, yes.
sorrow,
on you. Yes.
and it is getting emotional.
We don't know what that
It feels a little
means.
heavier in here now.
It does actually.
Can you say something else?
Like the air feels denser.
How many? Oh, is there 10 spirits in here? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Please don't say there's 10 spirits in here.
Well, the K2 meter just acknowledged that.
Yeah.
Is there 10 spirits in here? Light it up to red. Holy fuck.
It just went orange.
Be careful what you ask for. I
Hey.
can't feel my toes. Is that because of you? Light it to red.
It's numbed 10 toes spirits. I don't feel sad anymore.
It's mapping. It's mapping.
Hey
memories.
Rebecca, Jennifer was saying she's not getting anything else right now.
What's Jennifer's last name?
Rebecca,
Jennifer Rebecca?
yeah.
Shannon just made it back.
That almost sounds really familiar.
Okay.
It's Stars Holiday Celebration, Jennifer
She can come
Rebecca.
up here if she wants. The son of a bitch.
Okay.
Can hear you. Can hear you.
Oops.
If you whisper in my ear, I can hear you too.
Can't hear you. And it was messing with your ear.
Cold.
I would agree, Devon, there are some mixed emotional energies here.
What's that say? Memory?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird because I was just thinking I can see, like I just had this kind of flash of an
Hey.
operating table here.
She just responded, I'm a well-known psychic
It's trying to
medium.
show you something.
Like I saw
you
this
kidding
room with a table here. It was super bright in this room.
Wow.
Yeah. That's where the light used to be.
Hey, Jennifer, we
Check 'em out.
appreciate all your input and help us out. You too, Devon. We love it when people that are watching our lives interact with us and help us out. That was just me stepping on something on the floor.
The emotional stuff's coming back.
Is she picking up anything else at all? By any chance?
By you?
By any chance? By me? By whoever? At all? Is she picking up anything?
Hey, Jennifer, I just switched the live over to... God, your name just went blank in my head.
Kristen!
Kristen,
Can you make it light up to red?
are you picking up anything over here?
Are you messing with Chad? Make it light up for yes?
What was that?
I don't know. I heard
I heard that.
I heard that too. And I'm like, really cold. Like, I legit cannot feel my toes.
And I am totally done with it. I think you're getting energies after that is.
I'm starting to feel the way I would describe it is when I was volunteering, we would always know when something's coming up,
Cancer.
and one of the words we used to phrase it was like a spidey sense, and that is flaring up right now.
I call that my hunter-prey response. So, like, you're one or the other, because we are. And so when you feel like you're being watched, you become the prey. So you start getting on guard. Like, you know, you start, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Because your prey sense is kicking in, and you have to remember that you're also a predator. So,
Yeah, that could be. But to answer your question, she says she's got a lady that's coming through. And Jimmy Rickard just said he feels a male is around.
Okay, I need to know all information. Like, I don't, like, that freaks me out. I don't know, is it like somebody who's legit from this place, or
Devon just asked, does the name Abby mean anything?
Abby?
Yeah. Abbey, or maybe the different spelling.
I actually know a person who's still living named Abby.
Is there something sitting on that chair?
No, I don't
You're
know
not knocking
anything.
anybody.
Okay, I'm feeling pulled on the right side of my lower back to, like, shift over.
Can I put your arms to the side?
Jennifer's saying she's picking up a married couple, man's wife. Is Abby married? Don't mean to pry.
No.
Okay, then that's somebody else.
did you hear that? That sounded like a nurse's call button.
I didn't hear it.
I just heard that.
It says Sophia. I don't know Sophia. I'm so fucking tired.
So it's almost 3 a.m. and we are starting to pick up a lot of sounds. I'm kind
More.
of...
Come on. All the way. Shooter, get off the pot. Let's do it. Give it to Red. You've almost got this thing completely figured out. Come on. Come on. You're almost there. Come on.
Okay. I kid you not, but I literally just felt like the back of my headband, a drop of water just hit it. Like the feel of the impact, but it's not wet.
Okay.
Guns.
She said
Ooh.
she
Her phone says guns.
My pants just got tugged.
You know, and
like you.
to be honest, I
What
didn't,
was that?
Did you hear that?
What was that?
I
That sounded
heard
like somebody
that.
ran a truck into the dang building.
It was like a.
Oh shit. I wonder if I locked the front door and,
I didn't lock it, I just put the thing through there.
were you the last one in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you said she was
Drunk.
picking up
Look,
a man, drunk, a man and a woman.
Judy, I'm seeing.
Abby.
Jennifer says Judy is what she's seeing now.
Judy?
Hey, is the water quality still unlocked?
Dude, I just heard
Well, that's
that.
probably Shannon. Yeah,
Is the front door unlocked?
Hey, what's that banging noise?
There you go. You got it to Red. Come on. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, that's the wrong direction. Come
What
on.
was
There
that?
you go. There you go. One more time. Do it again.
Okay, they weren't making the banging noise.
They
We just heard.
weren't?
No, they were not.
She's gonna go take a smoke and go to the bathroom
I'm going. I'm fucking cold. And I don't know an Abby, and I don't know a Judy. We'll head down in a second.
Oh,
What?
I just thought about that noise.
There's a ton of
I'm wondering if that door shut, that cabinet door.
Void. Cable. Void. You think so?
I just heard something down there.
Yeah, dude. It was probably that door. Yeah, he's not. It's not going to be right or Michael. Look, gone.
Okay. So we're hearing a lot of noise coming from this hallway. And I can literally start really seeing my breath now. Oh shit. I can literally tell you, I literally swore I just saw two maybe yellow eyes coming from down at the other end, and my entire body is like tingling and I cannot move. I am literally feeling like I'm locked in spot.
Getting in front of you.
I don't know if any of y'all on the live saw that.
It's not flashing.
And just FYI, any light that would be coming from that opening, there's no windows down there, so that could not be from inside. God, my body's still tingling. Okay, we gotta go down there.
Yeah, because this bitch is just stuck.
I'm like, every ounce of me is telling me don't go, but that's like, I gotta. No.
Okay. What?
I just switched into frame mode.
Frame mode?
Yep. Like you're being stopped.
I know.
It just said exorcist on my shit.
I'm thinking that's what the tingling sensation I was talking about was.
Who's down here?
Okay, so the cabinet's still open. As you can see, now that I'm down here, there is nowhere for the light to be coming through from. I don't know, did anybody on the live happen to see the lights that we're talking about? Hey, Jennifer just said she feels a lot of energy around us.
Mm-hmm. We feel it too.
There's something stopping us when there's
You are spot on, Jennifer, because
all the hair on the back of my neck just stood up.
we are feeling like we are
I'm freezing.
mice in a maze surrounded by cats from every direction.
It's cold.
What was that? Sounded like something just came out of this room.
No, it's cold. Like, what are those? Look at those feet prints. Like, look on the floor. What is that?
Oh, dude.
that? What the hell is that footprint? Look at that one. Look at that. It looks like bare feet. Look at that.
We're checking out. These are footprints going into that room. Ours would have been coming out.
Look. Yeah.
It looks like an animal.
Like here and here. Like it matches this foot and this foot.
Dude, something just touched my head.
Don't fucking say that. I'm freezing. Say that.
Hey, Kiki, you know that.
I wouldn't have my back in that room if I were you.
I just want to see something. What the fuck?
Whoa!
What was
My
that?
my cousin just said she hears a low growling noise.
Oh my
What? Kiki, look at my screen. Watch. Won't do it again. Do it again. Oh, come on. Don't disappoint me now. It's recording, so I have it recorded.
Okay,
It looked like somebody stepped in front of my camera as a complete dark shadow. Like, everything went away.
Dude, okay.
see if I can match something quick before I freeze my balls off.
Everybody, we have been up on this hall, in this room, and... Oh! Was that board like that?
What? Wasn't it up against the wall?
Dude, I think this board, we'll have to get Matthew to verify if that board was always up.
No,
I don't think that was
that wasn't, no, because y'all were out there and it sounded like in the hallway.
Okay,
I'm
but
trying to see if our footprints have already dried up in here to know if these are newer or what.
there are a few here, but I don't think they're ours. Because I don't recognize none of these are my footprints. And just so those of you watching, I'm going to walk some on the ground. And you're going to see my shoes leave very distinct pattern.
And you can see the total tread off your shoe. It's not like these. This water almost looks like it was drugged through rather than stepped through.
And Jennifer says there is a really intense, I have never seen the footprints like this. Wow. And my cousin, I don't remember seeing a red barrel.
Hey guys, y'all want to start heading down? That one
Head down right?
Just tell me, where the hell do I think I am?
down there right now.
Does anybody see a red barrel?
No. Red barrel.
I felt like I saw a red barrel earlier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Where's that red barrel?
Hold on.
Trash can.
Why?
My cousin said she heard right by the red barrel when I passed it, and because that's where I felt the cold drip of water down my back.
There was something mapping on the red barrel earlier, and it disappeared. It was like there and gone.
Yeah, cousin, we just found it. Thank you for that.
Okay, I can't.
Okay, I'm leaving footprints now. So we're gonna watch on the camera to see how long those last. And we are heading downstairs to rendezvous with the rest of the team here.
We're gonna go to the crematorium.
And we're gonna head over to a crematorium. So stay tuned. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
TikTok.
Okay.
Is smoke supposed to come up from whatever?
Like it should rise, yeah. Technically.
Am I close to
Yep, one more.
the fucking here? There's one up here.
Ooh.
Alright, so I think
Alfredo. I appreciate your commenting, but my Spanish is rusty. Es inglés, por favor. Ooh, you can see the water coming down. Okay. Hey everybody, I'm going to sign out right now. We'll be back when we get to the crematorium. Hey, Dirty South Paranormal, this is Michael checking in with you. We are on the 5th floor of the Nazareth, and I'm putting my regular light on because, as you can check out, there's no wind right now, but this door is moving. And I'm going to pan over here, so I'm with Kiki, Chad, and Melly. And we've been noticing some odd footprints on the floor as well. And you will notice this cabinet.
Alright, we need that cabinet closed, please, for everyone's safety.
And so, as you can see, this one's not moving. I'm going to try my best to get both doors in the same frame. It's a little tricky, but for those of you joining in, we are at the Nazareth. It's 2:20 a.m. We got done celebrating New Year's, and we're watching this door. And these book pages randomly start shifting, and we're starting to hear noises in the hallways.
Yeah, it's coming out right up here in this corner. There's something coming out right here in this corner. Like it's holding on to the corner, trying to climb across the roof. It looks like a dog form, not a human form. It's all.
Hey, Maria, Clutch. What do you think you saw behind the door? Which, are you talking about the door that's swinging?
There are two things on the roof now. One right by this hole, but one literally right above you.
Above me?
Above you.
Yeah, above you. Can you touch my hand?
You're not even close. It's all on the screen.
Alright, I'm going to stop watching the doors for a second, because there's, on the SOS, they're saying there's something here above Melly, and one over in the corner. It could be my headlamp.
No, it's over here, not over there.
I was meaning could have interfered with seeing it because I was looked over there.
So I can see through it. That's not hard.
I don't know. I think it's mounting those lights.
That is messing up.
Can you move that cabinet door again? Because you've been super awesome doing that.
DC and it's over this. It's like right. It's closer to the shelf right here. It's here's the shelf.
Man, I can see my breath now.
See this. Can you close the cabinet? No, it's not. Look.
Yeah, no, that's the other one is definitely something. That one's something. And it looks like it's trying to be avoided being
Detected.
right. It's like cutting the wall. So you guys know what it's doing. It's somewhere over here, but it's like cutting the wall and trying to go around the corners. Every time.
Okay, can you slam that shut?
Okay, sorry,
I'm not
folks.
expecting that.
Matthew was calling, so I missed it. Can you please call him on Messenger?
What's happening with that? What's happening with that?
You gotta walk.
He keeps calling me on Messenger, and it's shutting off the live feed.
Okay. I knew it because she just tried to call me.
Like it's up
So, can you please move the door again?
Thank you.
Hello, cousin.
Okay. Can you close it?
Happy New Year, cuz. We are checking out this cabinet door that there's no wind and only one of them is moving.
You need to close it if you want to sleep. We will leave if you close that door. Slam it shut. I don't care. Close it. Come on. Close it.
Man, pages are moving and there is no wind right now.
Seriously, I can't feel my feet. Close the door.
Tell you what, I feel like every one of these shells and bottles, if they'll throw one off of it, I will start.
Hello, Jennifer, Rebecca. Thanks, cousin. My cousin wishes everybody a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's actually warmer over here.
It's like it's still up.
I'm gonna step over and I'm gonna try not to block the IR camera and see if I can get a better view of the door that's moving.
Can you make this EMF go off? Can you make it light up?
It's starting.
Get close to it.
I don't know if you guys can see, but the door is starting to shake a little bit. They're gonna move it shortly.
There's a key in that door, and I need it. Can you shut it and lock it, please? I need that key back.
Can you please move the door again? You were doing super great with it earlier. We thank you for moving it.
I was just gonna say, hold it up there. Put it on that shelf, maybe.
Okay, I just felt a short little breeze. And the door doesn't move. Oh, now the door is moving.
It's open. I need something in there. Can you open it for me?
I'm gonna try and move to see if you guys can see.
What the hell? I just heard your name.
Where?
Right here.
Right there?
Yeah, and it sounded kind of like, almost like it was computer, it was like my phone.
Ask him better.
Because I legit just said it's Mapping Cats, Mapping Michael.
No, it was my phone. Like, it was like the Matrix sound.
Like a digital.
Yeah.
Hey guys, here's a challenge for you guys that are watching our live. See if you can go back, replay it, and hear it calling out my name. Position to where I can replay it right now.
Did you just say his name?
What was that?
That came from over there.
What the hell was that?
That sounded
That was like
like it was,
over where you're at.
Told you.
Is there whispering?
Yeah.
Is there somebody in this room with us?
hey Jennifer, you're right. The paper is randomly moving. We've been noticing that as well. And it seems like the paper moves and then the door moves.
Give me a message.
Whoa.
No, nobody's driving right now.
Shannon
What
might
else can you tell me? Oh, yeah, that's true. You talking about Shannon? Can you touch one of us?
be. Okay, admittedly, I did feel a breeze.
What the fuck was that?
Holy crap.
What in the hell was that?
That was the door, and I don't know which one.
Oh my god.
You okay?
Okay. We
Apologies, folks, for the pausing and everything. Hope you forgive me on this one.